Hi, Diane here. I'm in my office at Ranger. You can see all my lovely stuff behind me. And I've got a pile of all my dialogues. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick video showing you all about them, how to put them together, how I use mine, and I hope you like it. So first of all, we have two covers. The choice of the covers, we have the blue here with the flamingo on, and we have the orange. And these are all hand collaged by me. So this is hand painted by me and doodled on. Same with this one. This is one of my collages. So that's a mix of magazine images and some of my stamped images and some drawing. And then on the inside, both of them have a quote. So this one says, art can disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed, and it's got the Dylusions at the back. And this one is live your life in colour, and it's got Dylusions. So very sturdy covers to do. So two covers them the choice of, okay? Then we have the elastics. I'm going to show you this later, how to put them in. So I did elastics in, there's a plain black, but also in bright colours. And then we have the inserts, all the insert books. There's actually 8, I call these the logs for the dialogue. There's actually 8 of these. And if you notice, when they come in the packaging, you'll see at the top, oh, the gardening, Alan's out gardening again. You'll see at the top, there's a picture that shows you exactly what is in each book. Because if you look at the front of this and you look at the front of this, they look very similar. But this one has the pocket inserts in, and this one has the background. So when you're looking at them, you don't have to remember which book is which. Can you see this one has got the handwriting lines? There's a black. So I'm going to go through each book for you one by one. So this is handwriting lines. Handwriting is very big at the moment. Calligraphy is very big. So there's the one with the different size lines in. This is the insert log that has, sorry about the noise, I've got little plastic stickers sticking them on, and I can't get them off my fingers. There we go. This is the background book. So this is ready-made backgrounds for you to just put your art on. And I've got examples of all these done. So ready-made backgrounds. Black one, love a good black notebook to write in. This is the blank. All these logs are made with my mixed media cardstock. So inside, even this one, even the ones that have got something on, it's actually printed onto the mixed media cardstock. So really, really good quality, and we'll take the media. So there's a blank one. The agenda. Some people like the diary, some don't. This is a week by week view with a bit more space to write in. Oh, the ruled one. Didn't take it out of its packaging. Sorry about that. Missed one. So this is just your normal lines, your normal rules in there. The grid one. See, with the graph paper. And last but not least, we have the dots for all the bullet journalists. Now you'll notice, you can see there's a line of stitching down the middle. These are different from my journal because these just have one lot of stitching in. So all the journals have the pages put together and they're stitched down the middle. And the stitching complements the colour on the edge. So if you can see what have we got in here, we've got pink in here. We've got, what's this one? This one looks like black. Yeah, so all the books have a different colour stitching in. As well as the logs, we also have 3 pockets, 3 pocket inserts that come like this. So they have the little pockets there that you can fit in your book. And all the covers are my art. I did all the covers. You can see it's all my original art on there. And the same with the pockets. So same with the inserts, that's all my my work. Okay, so we'll pop those to one side. You get 3 in one there with the pocket inserts. So now let's give you an example of each one. So we have a blank. So totally blank pages for you to do whatever you wish. So I start off by adding backgrounds to it. These are some painted backgrounds, some stenciling on there. There'll be some inky backgrounds in here as well. There's an inky background. And then this is a very battered one because it's been in the bottom of my bag. But you can see where I've started adding some collage in here, all sorts of different things. So that's your blank book that you can put anything in. This is the handwriting lines. So the handwriting lines, if you look closely, you can see. And then this is how I use the writing books. I always write on the right-hand side of the page. If you notice, I write on the right-hand side. I just find it easier, especially when I'm on a plane or I'm traveling. So I write on the right-hand side, and I use a different colour for all my quotes. This is what I use all my quotes in. I use a different colour pen for all my quotes in here. And then when I get to the end of the book, I turn it upside down and I come back and I write the other way. So there's a handwriting log. This one, this is the bullet log, which I don't really understand the bullet log. I know you're all going to shout at me now because you bullet journalers, massive. So I tend to use this as more of a blank book, really. You can see here I use it and I add in my, I just use it as a plain, and I add in some stenciling and some images and different bits like that. So that's not the way it was intended to use, but I'm not really a bullet journaler. I've got next the grid one. So in the grid one, this is, I suppose, a little bit bullet journaling. This one I've need to finish the colouring off, but in the grid one, I have a year view, because in my diaries I don't have that. So I have a year view, then I do a monthly view, then I have like my habit tracker here, what I've been listening to on Audible, things to do and notes, and then I go on to the following month. So that's how I use the grid one. I also use the grid one for quotes as well. It's really cool for that. The agenda, this is the agenda. You can see it's a blank week, Monday to Sunday. So my agenda here, you can see, oops, I use it with my washi tapes. I use it with my diary stamps. You've just got that little bit more to write with each one. I put my stickers in. There's more of my washi tapes. So this is, I do have my diary, which I do all the time, but this is nice. I don't always carry that big diary around with me. So this is nice just to have in my bag, in my dialogue in my bag. So there's the agenda. The normal writing lines, I can't tell you how many of these I've filled. Oh, I had a little spill in my bag. I can't tell you how many of these I have filled with quotes. So many. Again, if it's something that I'm thinking about for one of my quote sets, I actually write it in print. This one says, "You don't like me, that's a shame. I'll need a few minutes to recover from that tragedy." So I can instantly, if I'm trying to do a stamp set, I can easily look in. And also you can see the length of it because I'm in one colour. You can see how long it is. So that's my writing log. 2 left. So the black log, always love a black book. So this one, I filled most of this in on the plane. I draw in it. I practice my doodling. These are some of my stencils that I've doodled round. My done with my journal block, freehand writing, all sorts. And also in the back here, you can see where I've been using stencils. So that's the Spring Bloom stencil. Always have them with me on a plane. Oh, can't find the other stencils. They must be this way. Spring Bloom. Giraffe. There we go. There's giraffe stencil. And I thought I had one more. Maybe not. But you can see what I do. I just play all the time, whether it's freehand. Oh, there's a squiggle stencil. So I love that one. And then the very last book is the background one. And I use this 2 different ways. The first way is I just play. And just play in it. What's so lovely about this is you can just pick it up and you can just go, no mess at all. So here I've used a lot of my stamps in here. I use my die cuts, all sorts. I still do all the techniques that I would do in a smaller journal, but they're more portable. So some die cuts around, still my journal block. Again, most of this is done on a plane. You can see I've not quite finished colouring in the writing on that. but really nice, really useful to have with you. I stick all these in without colouring. All of these, if anything that needs colouring, I cut out and I stick it in, and then I colour it on the road. So that's one way of using it. The other way I use it is I write my quotes in it. So I take the ready-made background and I just write my quotes in black. I'm always got to be doing something. Always got to be doing something. So you can see I go through these here. This is somewhere I've just done, and then I'll go back and I'll add things like this round. But again, I think this book is almost full of quotes. So the world is full of monsters with friendly faces and angels full of scars. Oh, some bad words somewhere. So I'm just checking before I look. And you see, this is what I do. So I'll go through when I'm on a plane. I'll write in the quotes. Each page is a separate quote. I write in the quotes like so. And then if I've got nothing else to do, I colour them in. So those are the logs, the 8 different logs. So I've shown you the pockets. I've shown you, oh, just get these out. I've shown you the covers. I've shown you the logs. I've shown you the pockets, and I've shown you the bands. So now I'm going to show you how I put these together. There are 8 logs, but I normally put 6 items in each one of these. You can just put 2. You can have as little or as many as you want. You can just put 2. But I normally put 6 is usually a good number. So I'm just going to use, some of these are blank, some are not, but I'm just going to show you how to put them in. So you could start by just, if you haven't got many, just putting a book under each elastic. So I've got one in there, and I can put this one under here. So if that's all you've got, you're fine. You could put 2 books in. You could take a pocket, and if you wanted to, you could wrap it round a book like so. So you could add the extra. Oh, I didn't show you what I put in the pockets. Sorry. In my pockets, I always have some little cutouts. I have some of my tissue tapes. I usually have die cuts. There's usually a £10 note in there somewhere as well. But anyway, so you could fit them under like that. But what I like to do is I like to have a lot more. So this is how you do it. You take 2 of your logs. I normally go to the middle where the stitching is. Some people do this by attaching it just by the covers like so, but I like to go in the middle. I take one of the elastics and I just pop the elastic over the middle of both books. And then if I close the books, you can see that the elastic is here. Okay, so I've got both books. I then take this and I pop one book underneath the elastic that was in. So if you see now, I've got 2 books either side of the original. Where's that come from? There we go. Either side of the original elastic. And then I can take another book and I can put that under the original elastic. Okay, so can you see? I have 3 books. 1 book there, 1 book there, 1 book there, all on one elastic. Now I'm going to do it again for you, so don't worry if you missed that. I'm going to do it again on this side. So I'm going to take one of the journals. Oh, bad word. I'll change that page. One of the logs, and then I'll take another log. I get them to the centre. I take another one of the elastics. I put the elastic over the top, so it's in the middle. Separate it so you've got it like that. I then take this, feed it underneath in there, and then let's put a pocket in this time. Then I'm just going to take a pocket and I'm going to pop that under the middle elastic. So again, I've got 3 books in this one, and on this one I've got a book, I've got a pocket, and I've got an elastic. You can put more in there. I normally put about 6 in. You can put more, but every time you add more than that, you are going to really put some strain on these elastics. There'll be strain on this one, and there'll be strain on the 2 that are in there. So I don't necessarily advocate adding actually more in. One of the things about my books is when you do it like that, they sit flat. And I've noticed that with a lot of other types of travellers' notebooks, they tend to stick out the edge here. So with mine, you can see the cover when you've got 6 in there, actually sits and protects the edges of those there. You can add extra little things on here. You can add charms and different bits, however you want. So that's how it is. And I'm normally traveling with 3 of them, because I have so many different ones on the go. I always have one full of empty ones ready. I have one that I've nearly finished, and I've got ones that I'm halfway through. And that's it. So that's the Traveller's Notebook selection.